another video. This video is going to be a dental assistant video oriented. I am on my break at work, so I decided to jump on here and do a video where you guys have been kind of asking me a few questions about the radiology exam for a dental assistant and just some other questions, some other frequently asked questions about the profession and everything else, and how I studied and passed my DANB, that's what I call it, the DANB, which is basically just your radiology certification exam. You usually take that either to gain your dental assistant certification, or some schools do it differently. It's not a requirement, it depends. I did expanded function and radiology along with my certifications because it was wrapped into the price, so I just went ahead and did it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, for my studying, and I did have to look up some things so I could remember what exactly I used. I use Quizlet a lot, not just for the radiology exam, but for basically everything I learned in dental assistant school. Quizlet. If you can answer those questions on Quizlet, you can ace that test. I passed mine with an 88, I believe. Yeah, because I was 2 points away from an A, and I remember I was like annoyed, and I was like, can I retake it because I can get an A. I'm always striving for A's. You guys know when I was in education school, I graduated every course with an A. I think I got 1 B and 1 C during it, and that's just because I was just slacking. I could have did better, but I didn't, so there's that. But let me go ahead and just answer some commonly asked questions about the DANB radiology exam. So, let me get these questions I'm gonna get from my email that people were asking. How many questions is on the radiology exam? 100 questions is on the radiology exam. Normally, your state could be different. I live in the state of Florida. I had 100 questions. So yeah. Was it hard? It definitely it tests your knowledge. Like, if you didn't study, then you probably won't do as good, or some people don't really study that much and still do good. But I would definitely say study. Flashcards. If you guys go back and look at dental assistant study tips, apply those same tips to your radiology exam, because that's what I did. Is the DANB exam multiple choice? Yes, mine was. I had 100 questions of multiple choice. Do not guess. Took about an hour and 15 minutes. What else? What is the passing score for the DANB? For my school, you had to get a 79 or higher. Everyone's school is different, but mine was 79 or higher. What did she say? Oh, how do you become a certified dental assistant? You take a course, whatever is state required for your state, whether it's a 9-week one, a 12-week one. It depends on what you do. You just have to take a course, learn the material, pass a dental assistant exam that certifies you, and then if you want to be registered with the state, then you go a little bit higher and you take that test, and then you take the radiology test, and if you want to do expanded functions, then you also take that test and pass it as well. Those tests are usually, for expanded functions, are usually done on the weekend or somewhere like further than where you live at. Like, for instance, mine was done in Tampa and not in the city where I live in. How much does a periodontist assistant make? I don't work in a periodontist office, so I don't really know. But like I told you guys before, dental assistants make between $10 to $20. It depends on what company you go with. The company I work with, I do a number of other things besides being a dental assistant, so I do get paid quite well, closer to the $20 range. And I just got a raise. Woo woo, celebration. So even closer to that. But let's Google it and see what Google says. How much? Google says they make $17.53. So there you go. Maybe that's something to look into. I don't see myself ever being a periodontist assistant. That's for gum disease, and you're like, I see patients with periodontal disease, and it's not pretty. What else? What else? How many questions are on the RDA exam? And the RDA exam is how you become a registered dental assistant. It says in California, because I'm still on Google, guys. I like to see what Google has to say. It says in California 140 questions, but mine was actually 50 questions, and I had 35 minutes to complete those 50 questions. So it's just a bounce off of the CDA exam, which is your Certified Dental Assistant exam. Well, let me get back to my questions. I'm tripping. Go back to where I was at. This question says, you said in the past that you were thinking about dentistry school. What's going on with that, and how much do oral surgeons make? Well, guys, I don't know. That's the short answer for it. I have no idea if I'm still gonna go to school. I thought someone was walking in, but I have no idea if I'm gonna go to school to be a dentist anymore or not. That's something that I'm gonna gauge long term. I just finished college and got my degree in education. So and I honestly don't plan on doing anything with it, which sounds crazy, but I found my passion after I had already enrolled in education school. And not to say that education is not a passion for me. I may do it when I retire. I may homeschool my child. I really don't know what the future has in store for me. You never know. Where I currently live in the state of Florida, teachers do not make a lot of money, and right now I'm comfortable with the amount of money that I make, and I'm able to do a lot of things with my daughter that I wasn't able to do. We've been to Disney twice in the last 6 or 8 months. So, and we plan on going the third time. We're going to Adventure Islands. We're going to Busch Gardens. I'm going here. I'm going there. I'm trying to go everywhere. We're going to Bahamas. So, like, I got a lot of stuff that I'm doing, and I am taking care of my daughter alone financially. And, you know, I have a lot of things that I'm doing. I'm saving for my house. I'm starting 2 businesses. So, I have a lot that I'm doing right now. So, I can't afford to take a pay cut to teach, and like I said, it's not really a passion for me anymore, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do going forward, but definitely just my plan is to grow with the company that I'm currently with. So we have a lot of growth right now, a lot of shops opening. Maybe in the next year or 2 I'll be a shop manager or an assistant, at least within the next year. That's my hope and my prayer, so you guys keep your girls in your prayer. I'm gonna take a few more and then what is the highest paid dental assistant? Orthodontic dental assistants are paid at a higher range. Before I got this job, I did interview at other jobs, and they were offering like 10, 11 bucks. Like I said, my job brought me in closer to 20 bucks. And then I bonus on top of that. Other offices bonus as well. I've heard in other offices they bonus like twice a year or whatever. I have a monthly bonus depending on where my numbers are, my metrics. I work very hard to make the money that I make, but I love what I do. I always say that. I have my aligners in, so my speech is a little off. I'm gonna take probably like 2 more questions. Can dental assistants draw blood? No. You need to be a phlebotomist to draw blood, from what my understanding is. I don't know where dental assistants would need to draw blood. You're not going to be drawing blood in a dental office. So thanks for that question, but no, I don't know. Excuse me, guys. Are dental assistants in high demand? Yes, they are. It's supposed to definitely increase between now and the year of 2026. Dental care is becoming very important, and you know, your lifespan. Gum health is important. People don't understand, but if you get an infection in your mouth, it can get in your bloodstream, and it can actually really kill you. So dental health is very important. So yes, the dental field is growing rapidly. It just depends on what aspect of the dental field you want to go into. I'm gonna take one more, guys. I'm just looking. Oh, this is a good one, and thank you for the question. How do I become a better dental assistant? Stay curious. Think outside the box. Google. Go to the school you went to. Ask for any up-to-date laws or regulations or tricks of the trade or any quicker, more efficient ways to do things. Maybe ping pong off of the older dental assistants that's in the office with you so you can learn from them. Never stop learning and just love what you do. Go into that job every day with a fresh pair of eyes and love what you do, girl. And you'll be good. Our guy, I can't tell from the screen name. I'm going to take one more because I love this question. You guys know I love stuff like this. What 3 traits does a dental assistant need to have? You need to be a good listener. You have to be able to listen to your dentist, your dental support team, which is your clerical people, the front desk girl, the person that does your x-rays, the person that is talking to you from customer support, your manager. I mean, be a good listener and know what that patient is there for, how to get it done in the most efficient way and the most comfortable way. Compassion. Show compassion. People are terrified of the dentist's office. They're terrified of the dentist. The things that a dentist does is overpriced. These people are dropping bands when they're sitting in your chair. They're not dropping 50, 60 bucks. They're dropping $1,200, $2,500, whether it's insurance, doesn't matter what it is. Show some compassion because they are spending a lot of money and usually in a lot of pain. Like, your mouth is very sensitive. And then I'll give you 2 for 1. Strong work ethic and perseverance are very important. And you need to be a team player, no matter what position or what career you're in. You need to be a team player. But back to study tips which is the reason for me getting on camera and making this video. But yes, guys, for the radiology exam, do a study guide for you based off of what you're learning on Quizlet. If you don't know the answer, write the answers down and study what you do not know. I take it old school and I sleep with the answers for the questions up under my pillow. I believe that works. I grew up doing it and it worked just fine. How many minutes are we at? 12. And it worked just fine. So hey, there you go. But just about 3 guides that you guys can use. And I got my guides from my local library, so you can check your library first. But if you're a writer all over your books, definitely don't check your library because you can't write on those books. I use Modern Dental Assisting Study Guide because it had a section in there for radiology. And then I also use Study Guide for Radiology. You can get that off of Google Play or off of Amazon. I will try to link the ones that I use below. And then I use Radiography Exam Secrets, which is actually pretty pricey. I almost bought it from Barnes & Noble, but then I was like, I'm not about to spend 40 bucks to use something that I don't need that long. But just wherever you're struggling at, Google, use Quizlet, bounce off of your classmates. We had study sessions and study groups. Radiology is a hard task to learn, but like I said, those things really did help me. So definitely utilize Quizlet. Utilize Quizlet. Utilize Quizlet. But guys, until the next video, God loves you and so do I.